Hello and welcome. So, if you run a small business, I'm willing to bet you've been hearing the term artificial intelligence everywhere, right? It's kind of become this giant buzzword, and you might be feeling a little overwhelmed, maybe even thinking, is this all just for the big tech companies? Well, today, we're going to cut right through all that noise. We are going to demystify what AI really is, I'll show you some practical ways to use it, and we'll even lay out a simple plan to help you start using it to actually grow your business. So, let's dive in. All right, so the first big myth we have to bust right off the bat is this idea that AI is only for Silicon Valley. Is this really something that a local bakery can use or a two-person consulting firm or, your business? The answer might really surprise you. And the answer is a huge, resounding yes. It's not just possible, it's already happening. The data shows that a staggering 75% of small and medium-sized businesses are already using AI solutions in some way. Think about that. That means 3 out of every 4 of your competitors are probably already on board. Okay, so we know who's using it. A lot of people. But let's get to the really important part. Why? Why should you care? Because this isn't about getting some fancy new tech upgrade. It's about a hard financial investment that is paying off in a huge way. Here is the number that should make you sit up and pay attention. The research shows that AI delivers an average of $3.50 in return for every single dollar invested. I mean, that kind of ROI is almost unheard of in any part of business, and it's happening right now. And here's where that incredible return is coming from. Businesses that are using AI for their marketing and sales are seeing an 80% growth in revenue, alongside a 20% reduction in costs. Now, for a small business, that growth isn't about some massive expansion. It's about things like hyper-personalization, like, say, automatically sending a follow-up email to a customer with product suggestions based on exactly what they just bought. It's all about making every single customer interaction smarter and way more effective. And on top of that growth, we're seeing some serious cost savings. On average, businesses are saving about $7,500 a year just by bringing these tools in. And get this, for about a quarter of those businesses, the savings actually shoot past $20,000 a year. Okay, the payoff is clear. But look, none of those numbers matter if the technology itself just feels like this inaccessible black box, right? So let's crack open the hood a little bit and demystify how these tools actually learn and work for you. It's simpler than you think. At its absolute core, the definition is pretty simple. AI is just the simulation of human intelligence in machines. It's about letting them learn, recognize patterns, and make decisions in a way that until now has always required a human mind. And what's really fascinating is that you are already using it every single day. You know those movie recommendations Netflix gives you? That's AI. The spam filter that keeps all that junk out of your inbox? Yep, that's AI too. That voice assistant on your phone, like Siri or Alexa? It's all AI, just working quietly in the background, making life a little bit easier, often without you even realizing it. But of course, all this capability brings up the number one fear, the thing that stops so many people from even taking the first step. The big one. Is the machine coming to replace me? Is AI coming for my job or for my employees' jobs? To really understand the future, it helps to look at the past. And the message from history is pretty clear. AI is a tool for augmentation, not for abolition. Just think about all the skepticism that was around the automobile in the early 1900s, or the personal computer back in the 80s. Each one was disruptive, for sure, but they ended up creating far more opportunities in jobs than they replaced. AI is just following that same exact pattern. So if AI is a tool, then how do you use it well? This brings us to what is probably the single most important new skill you need to learn today, and that is the art of the prompt. Because if you can't talk to the AI, it really can't help you. Now, a really powerful and simple hack to get started is something called the 3-word rule. It's a super quick way to control the tone and complexity of the AI's response. So for instance, if you need to simplify some complex jargon for a client, you just add "like I am 10 years old" to your prompt. Need a really deep technical analysis? Add "like an engineer." It's just a simple trick to instantly tailor the response to what you need. But to get really valuable stuff out of it, you need to use what we call a smart prompt sequence. You can't just ask for a better marketing strategy and expect some magic to happen. No, instead, you break it down. So for a consulting firm, that might look like step 1, analyze my sales data for clients who bought product A but not product B. Step 2, now draft some personalized email subject lines to upsell product B to them. And step 3, okay, provide me with bullet points on why product B is a great complement to product A. See, you're guiding the AI through a business process step by step. But, and this is incredibly important, I have to give you a serious warning. AI can hallucinate. And what that means is it can generate plausible sounding, confident, totally fluent information that is completely factually wrong. This is why critical human review is absolutely essential. Never, ever, ever accept AI output as fact without checking it yourself. Okay, so we've covered the why and the how. Now let's make this really, really actionable. For anybody listening right now who's ready to start experimenting today, here is a clear, manageable plan to get you going. First, just start playing with the free tools that are out there, like ChatGPT or Google Gemini. Just get a feel for how prompting works. Second, identify one specific, nagging, irritating pain point in your business. And third, launch a small pilot project. Test how an AI tool can address just that one little problem. Measure the results, prove the concept to yourself, and then you can build from there. And if you want to keep learning, there are some excellent, and I mean non-technical resources out there. You should check out the free online course called Elements of AI or Google's AI Essentials. And for more of a community vibe, there's a great Facebook group called the AI Automation Agency just for business owners focusing on real-world uses. So, we've seen that AI is accessible, it's profitable, and a lot of the fear around it is, well, a little overblown. When you think about it, that it's already driving 80% revenue growth for businesses that get in early, that it has that powerful $3.50 ROI, the question really changes, doesn't it? The essential question for every small business owner today isn't if your business will adopt AI, it's how fast can you adapt?